Hey, thanks for joining. Today we're going to go through changing the air filter on a 2007 CBR 1000. Alright, up top here to pull the seat, we just bend it back. These bolts are already loose, so I'm not going to grab a wrench. They are a 5mm Allen head. Slide the seat back. To pull the tank cover, first we're going to remove the side covers. There's 2 bolts back here. There are 2 bolts up front here as well. Now we need to remove the tank. There's 2 bolts in the back here, 10mm, 2 bolts on the side. We're just going to loosen these 2 first, not take them completely out because we can pivot on them. These bolts on the side are a 5mm Allen head. We'll take them completely out. Pull up on the tank while you're removing the second one. Now we pivot the tank back, disconnect this electrical cable, and we're going to take off the fuel line as well. You'll lose a tiny bit of fuel, but it won't just sit here and leak. There's also a washer on that, which I just dropped. Actually, there's 2. So one goes on top and bottom of the eyelet here. Then you need to fish the fuel line out of a retainer. Now we'll finish removing these back bolts. You can hold up on the back of the tank so it doesn't bind. And just lift the tank up and out. I would suggest pulling these metal bushings out because they don't hold very tightly, so I would want to keep track of them. Now to get to your air filter, you're going to pull off this cover right here with a series of Phillips head screws. So there's 2 bolts for this cover that retains the computer. We're going to pull those out, or 2 screws rather. There is one hiding down here in the back in the center. There is 2 hiding in the back in the center. Hey, I'd like to just jump in here. If you're enjoying this video, if it's helping you out, please like, and if you would, subscribe. If you think you could use more of my videos, I would really appreciate it. Helps me out a lot. But taking the computer off too allows us to now pull this cover and get it right out of the way. There's also a sensor here, so we're going to disconnect that. Just squeeze and pull. Now to service or replace your air filters, you're just going to pull them up out and either clean or replace them. Our lid here. Wasn't going to fit. I've got it on backwards, it looks like. That's better. Now, I should be able to flip this up and connect my fuel line. There's 2 sealing washers on that. Make sure you're on either side of this eyelet. First thing you want to do is get this center down in place. This can be hard. You might need a pick just to kind of pull out on that seal a little bit so it'll jump up to where it needs to be. 4 bolts, 2 in the back and 2 up in the front. And we need these guys. Last piece of our puzzle here is just to put this seat on. Just slide her down in and pull up on the seat here to install your screws. Drop one for good measure. Check out the complete playlist of disassembling and reassembling this bike and the engine. If you need to see how to change the coolant, check out this video. Nailed it! If you need to see how to